rise of first-time managers and new funds that have been popping up, especially in the last 3 to 4 years. And kind of what your views are on what's driving a lot of the new funds. Where is the money coming from?
I mean, just from my perspective, I can speak kind of running a woman-led fund. I think for me, for the first fund, there were two stories. One was the India story, which I think it's still a very exciting story, right? I mean, of course, so we've had the Flipkart exit, etc. And I think the Indian consumer story is exciting for people, right? In India and outside of India, people want to diversify and come into Asia, and so they look at China and they look at India, and they want to get into India right now as well, right? What's also, I mean, for my fund, a lot of the people who invested, they really wanted to back diversity and inclusion, right? They want women to be part of the workforce. They want women to lead the change, and that's why, therefore, they have invested, right? Because pretty much 50% of your population is women, but why is only 5 to 7% still being funded, if at all, right? So my investor set is something. Are people who are really passionate about, I think, investing in innovation. They really want India to accelerate their innovation, the startups, and also kind of take traction on the kind of middle India consumer story, but also really promote women-led investments, right? So I think from that perspective, it's still interesting. Of course, as you mentioned, there are exits, but we can't compare it to the exits and the quantum of exits that we have in countries like the US. But I think we're still a very interesting market. And I think India is known for also frugal innovation, right? We have great tech that we have built out, at very low costs, which is also very interesting, right? So how can we take this innovation into other markets? It's still very interesting, and I think something which can definitely be scaled up. So I think that's why it's still interesting for an investor.